Hello everyone. As you can see, we are going to start with a topic that is the structure of an atom. Before knowing anything about structure of an atom, let's see what's an atom. An atom is the smallest particle that cannot be broken down into smaller pieces. Further smaller pieces you can say. But yes, there are subatomic particles of an atom that were discovered later. What are those three subatomic particles? Let us know. An atom has a hollow base inside it that is known as nucleus. Inside this nucleus, you can find two other subatomic particles that are proton and neutron. Proton is denoted by the small letter P and neutron is denoted by the small letter N. Proton plus neutron makes the nucleus. This denotes the mass number of any element. Coming to now, what is this electrons? Electrons are the negatively charged particles that revolve around the nucleus. Now, how do they revolve around the nucleus? There are some fixed orbits at fixed places. In those fixed places, electrons revolve around the nucleus. Here, as you can see. Now, there are some boundings. Why they always rotate around the nucleus in the fixed orbits or the fixed shells? Let's know that. As you can see here, this proton and neutron, why only they are sitting inside the nucleus and not the electron? And why does the electron does not go inside the nucleus even if it is negatively charged and the proton is positively charged? Let's see that. Yes, as the protons are positively charged, children, these protons and the neutrons being negative, neutrons being neutral means that have no charge in it. Those are known as neutral. So these are the neutral particles of an atom, that is neutrons. And instead being, if there would be no protons inside the nucleus, then the atom would be totally hollow. So to make it means to have a mass number in it, we had protons inside it, right? Then after that, there are some orbits which are also known as shells in which the electrons revolve. These shells or the orbits are also known as energy levels. Now let us see how many electrons you can fill in one energy level. When we talk about the first shell, in first shell, the largest number of means the number of electrons that you can fill is 2 electrons. How do we come to know this? That in which cell we will be filling how many electrons? So for this, what we have to do is, we have to remember one small formula, simple formula, that is 2n square. You should remember this formula, that is 2n square. Now this n denotes the number of shell. If we are talking about the first shell, so it is denoted by the formula that is 2n square. Now what does this n represents? This n represents the number of shells. If we talk about the first shell, then what we have to do, in this we will be writing 1. So 1 square is 1. That means in the first shell, the maximum number of electrons that you can fill is 2. This shell is also known as the K shell. Its first name is K shell. When we talk about the L shell, second shell, that is known as L shell. So in this way you can learn that is K, L, M, N. These are the alphabets of the English. So K, L, M, N are the names of the shells that are denoted in this. So see now, when we talk about the first shell, what we fill in the place of N is 1. When we talk about the second shell, what we will do is, in the place of N, you will fill here 2. So 2 square is 4, that is 2 into 4 will be 8. So maximum number of electrons that you can fill in the second shell will be 8. When we talk about the third shell, in the third shell we will fill 3 square, that is 9. So 2 into 9, that will be 18. So in this way, the number of electrons that you can fill in the particular shell can be told. So 2 shell, then coming with 8 shell, 18 shell, 2 electrons, 8 electrons in the second shell, 18 electrons in the third shell, and 36 electrons are the maximum number of electrons that can be filled in the fourth shell. In this way, now let's see what are the bondings, or you can say what is the force that lets the electrons do not go inside the nucleus. The force between the protons and the electrons that lets them to be in a separate distance, that force is known as electrostatic force. Electrostatic force, which lets them to get separated among themselves. Yes, so now you can see, let me tell you with two more concepts that are very important regarding this topic, that is atomic number and the mass number. When we talk about the atomic number, it is equal to the number of protons in an atom. You can also say that it is equal to the number of electrons. But why we don't say it number of electrons? The reason is because when we talk about the number of electrons, children, after this topic you will be learning about bonding, in which it will be told to you that in bonding the electrons are being shared, and when the electrons are being shared, that means they are getting less or they are getting increased up. So when something can get increased up or gets less, it cannot be called as accurate. So that's why we always tell that atomic number is the number of protons inside the nucleus. And when we talk about the mass number is the number of protons plus number of neutrons inside the nucleus. Now the letters by which we denote it is, atomic number is denoted by the capital letter Z and mass number is denoted by the capital letter A. So by this we conclude our topic, that is we learned a lot about the structure of an atom, in which I told you what is an atom. Then I also explained you what's the meaning of proton, neutron and electrons, why are these called subatomic particles, and then why do the electrons revolve around the nucleus, what's the force between them and all that. Thank you.